Alright guys, I'm talking a little low because my kids are finally asleep and I'm trying to get this lesson to you so you have it in the morning. This is going to be quick. I'm hoping in around 5 minutes. So you can pause and play me as much as you want, or to catch up with the notes or whatever you need to do. So what we're looking at here is an image of the Roman Empire at its height, which is very, very different from the Roman Republic. And it's important to note that distinction because on your homework, the fall of the Roman Republic is different from the fall of the Roman Empire. So just be careful that you're answering the right question there. So again, our history of learning about Rome starts in ancient times. And of course, as we use Rome, as far as referencing Rome, we're not just talking about the city of Rome, we're talking about the locations in which it influenced. So, at the height of the Roman Empire, Rome and the Roman Empire included much more than the Italian peninsula, which you'll see here. So, if you finish labeling your maps that Miss Panzer or Miss Kanierman brought over, you'll note that yes, the Italian peninsula is surrounded by water on 3 sides, not slides, although 3 slides would be fun. Anyway, so what's funny to note is that Italy had much more influence from the Greeks than most people think. A lot of the Greek city-states, went beyond the Greek peninsula and actually existed on the southern parts of the Italian peninsula. And supposedly in legend, the founding of the city of Rome was pretty much referenced in a tale between 2 twin brothers, Romulus and Remus. And what happened was they argued over who should rule, and they fought each other, and Romulus won, and he would name the city after himself. And so if you ever go to Rome, you would find that there are a lot of statues of these 2 twin brothers, or even Romulus himself, or a wolf. And the wolf is supposed to symbolize the mother wolf who supposedly found these twin brothers and raised them until they were men themselves. Now, of course, like any other civilization, people farm along a river and they populate as time goes on, and the same was here as well. They would settle near the Tiber River, and over time, as they were able to have a surplus of food, they were able to grow in population. But these people, in ancient times, were taken over by people known as the Etruscans, who were known for their warrior strength and their knowledge of strategy. And they would rule about until 509 BC, and the Etruscans were finally defeated in that way. Now, what would always be reminiscent of the Greek world would be the Romans' belief in the gods that the Greeks had. So they adopted the Greek gods, but they gave them new names that kind of, made them Roman. They were polytheistic, just like the Greeks. They had those same gods. They believed that the gods could come down to earth and impact people's lives in different ways. And this is all a result of cultural diffusion, or fancy word, amalgamation, or syncretism, all mean the same thing, in which, one group of people would influence another group of people through ideas, technology, religion, food, clothing, culture. So, it's kind of natural for you to assume that since they adopted their Greek gods, what else did they adopt? And they would also adopt the forms and ideas of patriarchy, gender roles, a lot of the clothing, foods, and it worked well because they had similar geography. Now, talking about the government of the Romans, we'll get to when I get back, but I just wanted to have you start with this if you wanted to write it down so we can move quicker when I get back. But the first form of government that the Romans had was a republic, one in which they would have representatives that get elected by the people. So I will start here when I come back. If you've completed the map and you've wrote down all your notes and you've listened to me, please go ahead and try to answer more of the questions for your homework that's due this week. Okay. Have a good day, guys.